Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 4 of the Snail GT1 Championship. Today we have an interesting race consisting of 7 different cars and 7 different racers, of course. Those drivers include GTP Fisher, War Machine 84, Scorpion, Chuler, GTP Bambi, Trick, and Whitey. And before we get today's race underway, we're going to go through some pre-race information that we should know going into today's races. Now, like I said, today's round 4 of the championship, and before round 4 gets started, I should go over the current point standings for this season of it's currently season 21 of the championship. Now, leading the way currently right now is GTP Fisher, and he currently has 41.5 points. And currently in second place we have GTP Bambi, who is currently 33. And third place we have Trick with 28 points. And in fourth place we have Scorpion with 25 points. And currently tied for fifth between Whitey and Racing Line, both with 24 points. And then and currently in seventh we have Chuler, and he has 12 points. Now we have some other drivers who have shown up from time to time and race with us, and they got some points and so on. But that's for majority of the current racers who show up from week to week. And before today's race start, we had a qualifying session, 10 minutes of qualifying. And at the end of the 10-minute qualifying, we had results here, which GTP Fisher will be taking the pole. And a new driver here, War Machine 84, who has not raced with us in the previous 3 weeks, but he showed up today, and he got the Lexus IS7. As you can see there, it's a car that wasn't been using in the previous weeks and so on, but he decided to take that car, and he made it work with getting a second place off the qualifying. In third place we had Scorpion, and he got inside that top 3, so good for him in that Camaro. We'll see how that does today. And fourth place we have Chuler 1, and Chuler in his Mustang, making the best out of it. And in fifth place for qualifying, we had GTP Bambi and his Mercedes, and we all know, basically a little background on that car. It's basically one of the worst cars in the series, but Bambi is himself a very good driver, making the car look very, very good. And sixth place, we have Trick, and he's in the Aston Martin V12. We'll see if he can make his way up the grid. He didn't have the best qualifying, but he started on racing mediums today compared to some of the drivers up front started on the hards. And last will be Whitey in a Jaguar. We'll see how that plays out when we get the race underway here. And we'll see how this goes. As the drivers rev up the engine, getting ready for green here. We have 50 minutes racing today. We'll see at the end of the 50 minutes if the grid's going to be any different. And we're about to go green, and there goes the green flag. It drops, and the drivers are off and going. Fisher holds his commanding lead into corner 1, and see if he can hold it with War Machine right behind him in his IS7. And go through corner 2. Nice and clean, right on the bumper of GTP Fisher. Scorpion still in third. Chuler and Trick battling out currently for fourth place. Going through the S corners right here. Bambi and his Mercedes falls back to sixth place, which as Trick moves up to fifth. Trick right on Chuler's bumper. See how this first corner goes. Take an eye on War Machine. And he cuts some grass, and that spins him around. It looks, is he going to hold it? I think he does. He doesn't. And he holds on to second position. Trick goes off track as well. So a little mayhem mess around there. Let's take an eye on War Machine here as he approaches into the little hairpin right here around the corner. Scorpion right on the bumper, trying to make the move. We have Whitey and Bambi back there fighting for that 5th position. Let's take a look at Schuler and Whitey and Bambi right behind him. Oh, Whitey gets a little sideways right there. Bambi allows Bambi to sneak on the inside of it, and Bambi's going to take that 5th position. He's going to give him a little slide job, and there she goes. Whitey takes a look on the inside as well, and he's going to tuck right behind Bambi and get back in the draft. Looking up the grid here, looks like Scorpion is keeping up with War Machine. And Fisher, it looks like he's increasing that lead in his Maserati. And a little War Machine gets a little bit wide, but makes it work. Car is still running. A little sideways out of the corner by Scorpion, but he keeps on moving. Gets the first lap done here. Chula's right behind Scorpion right there. Bambi's trying to make some ground up with Whitey. He's right on the bumper. Trick, who spun out early as well into the sand. And see if he can make some ground up here. He is on race mediums compared to some of the drivers on hards, so we'll see if he can catch him quick and faster. Whitey coming out of the 2nd corner here, approaching the S corners, and we'll see if he can catch Bambi. Bambi gets a little bit wide, and allows Whitey to get closer to Bambi. Looks like his Mercedes is starting to lose some grip in the rear already after 2 laps. A little battle for that 4th position as Bambi and Whitey approach Schuler. As they approach into the hairpin right here, looks like Schuler is making a little bit ground up, and Whitey's right there with Bambi. Bambi's sliding out of that corner. Looks like Trick has made his way back up, so it's good for him. Let's see if he can make some passes here as the race goes on. Looks like we have a little close 4-car. Looks like about 4-car battle. Trick is starting to make it a 4-car battle. Currently, we got the 4th, 5th, and 6th place between Schuler, Bambi, and Whitey, really duking it out here. We'll see it as we approach the 130R here. Fisher and War Machine has really put a huge gap finishing up this lap here, and let's take a little onboard look at with Bambi here. Him and Whitey are right there. So Trick might be getting inside Whitey's draft with you. Going to the 1st corner, he's going to take a little peek. We'll see if he's going to take it or if he's going to pull it back. And then looks like, Trick is going to take the look, and maybe a little bit of contact made, but Trick does the right thing, allows Whitey to keep going, and no one went off track. We'll see if Trick can get around Whitey soon here. So Bambi being aware that Trick is on the move right there, and also has Schuler right in front of him, so Scorpion is sticking with the front runners well inside that top 3. Let's take a look at Trick's car, and he does make the move on Whitey. So it looks like he set up that corner back there, and he got around Whitey, so it's a good move by Trick, making the pass for 6th place. So we'll see if Trick can make his way up past Bambi and Schuler up here. As we take a look up here, the front runners, War Machine, still in 2nd place right here, and closing the gap on GTP Fisher, but because he's on the better tires. But we'll see if he can continue to increase that or decrease the gap here. Fisher in the Maserati is just making the car work around Suzuka GP today, as I know him and his team put a lot of work into that car this season so far, as he has put quite the dominant performance, getting some wins and top 3 finishes out of that Maserati. As we look back in the grid here, we looks like we got a little close battle between Trick and Bambi here. We'll see if Trick can get around Bambi early on here, as Trick is on the better tires, and he's going to take a little peek in his first corner. Bambi allows the space in there, but Trick allows him to give the position back, and the drivers continue going into the finish line here. Trick taking a peek on the inside before the corner line comes approaches, and looks like Trick does get the speed into the first corner, and Trick will take that 5th position. So we've got to keep an eye on Trick as he makes his way up from 7th, and he's currently made 2 positions off, and looks like War Machine going off track in corner 1, and it looks like there's some mechanical errors by War Machine in his car. Let's take a look right here, as he is taking very slow, and it looks like his car isn't able to really move, so that's the end of the night for War Machine. It's unfortunate for his team and his drivers, as he is a new driver into the series. So Scorpion moves up to that 2nd position, so it's really good for him and in his Camaro. We'll see if his tires last off. His Camaro is known for a really good tire wear car. Fisher continues to hold that lead with Scorpion in 2nd. Schuler moves up to that 3rd position. Trick and Bambi and Whitey are getting some ground together, but Trick seems to be moving away from the 6th and 5th and 6th position, as Scorpion may have went off the track just a little bit there and lost some ground. So Schuler comes up closer to Scorpion here about almost about 8 minutes into the race today. As each car today, we got many different cars all spec to its series to match an even out racing, and it's interesting to see all the fuel and tire wears. You can see Schuler's burning some fuel, and Scorpion, he's not burning as much, but he's definitely burning some fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye maybe if Scorpion does a different strategy than the others, because he has better fuel and tire wear. Trick is trying to make some ground up here, as you can see that Schuler and Scorpion could be having a battle for 2nd place here, as looks like Scorpion is trying to take the defending position into that 1st corner so he doesn't lose the position. So if they continue to battle, you don't want to count out Trick into the little 3-car battle for 2nd place. Going around the S corner, the grid continues to be the same, with Fisher leading the way with Scorpion in 2nd, Schuler, Trick in 4th, Bambi in 5th, and Whitey in 6th place. So Bambi and Whitey have fallen off the pace just a little bit. We'll see, but like I said, there's about 40 minutes left to race in here. You never know what will happen. Let's take a look behind from Schuler's point of view here. He's starting to lose some ground to Trick, so Trick is starting to make some ground up here as they approach the hairpin corner up here at Suzuka GP. Trick takes a little peek down there, but breaks just in time. He gains a lot of time on Schuler right there. We'll see if Trick makes a move here shortly. Going around the fast bender, approaching another quick bender here as they come into the braking zone. And a little love tap from Trick right there, but that's just part of racing, and then nothing happens. So Schuler defends his position in 3rd place. Trick gets in the draft right here, right behind his bumper. Maybe, is he going to make the move into the fast corner right there? He's going to take a little peek. Is he going to make the move here? And looks like he might. Not much contact was made between the 2 drivers, and looks like they're going to approach the final corner here. We'll see who takes it. Trick outbrakes him. Gets on the inside, and Trick gets into that 3rd position. So a really good drive by Trick right there. Not much contact was made by the 2 drivers, and outbraking Schuler right there. So Trick moves up to that 3rd position. We'll see if he can continue his catch up into the 2nd position from Scorpion. Schuler, though, I don't know, he won't give up there. He is on the hard tires, so they might last a bit longer compared to Trick's mediums, who currently are down to 5s. So about half of the thread on the tire wear has completely shattered off his tires there, but we'll see if it holds up with Schuler right behind him. But he is on the worst tires, but he has more grip. So it'll be an interesting battle to keep an eye on as the race goes on. So Bambi is sticking around. He sees that top three, Trick and then Schuler in fourth, of course. But Whitey looks like he made a mistake early on in this race as well, and he lost a lot of time. So we'll keep an eye on Whitey. We'll see if him and his Jaguar and his team can catch up and see how it plays out for him. As we approach under 40 minutes remaining into today's race. Take a look at the times with under 40 minutes remaining. Fisher continues to hold a very commanding lead here, and Trick currently holds the fastest lap with a 2:04.008, so a very, very quick lap by Trick. And I believe Scorpion is about 4 seconds behind GTP Fisher, as they're both on hards, but I believe Scorpion might have the better edge there in terms of the hard tires, but we'll see how it plays out. As I know, pretty sure the pit strategy should be coming into play soon here. So you see Fisher is on 7s on his hards right now, and looks like Scorpion's about the same, but he's got better rear tires currently. But he's got to keep an eye on behind him with Trick and Schuler coming up. Oh, Bambi's skidding around that second corner with that Mercedes. Looks like he's starting to lose some tire wear as well. Schuler's really keeping an eye on Trick, making sure he doesn't run away from him, but Trick continues to make a little small gaps on Schuler and close the gap down on Scorpion as the race goes on. We could be seeing some interesting pit strategy come into play shortly here. We'll see how this goes on in the next lap or two. As they approach the hairpin, like I said, I see Schuler's keep an eye on Trick for that third position. Bambi's just sliding again around that hairpin. Approaching a double left-hander is Schuler continues to hold his fourth position. Let's take a look up at Scorpion's car here. Looks like he may have, let's see if he lost some time to Fisher, or, oh, he's gained a little bit of time, so slowly but surely he is gaining. So it's like, yeah, Fisher is starting to lose some grip on that, on his hards. That's definitely coming into play. And it looks like Scorpion's going in the pit, so like I said, we've seen some pit strategy come into play here now. So Scorpion's going to take stop in the pits. And we got another Trick. Trick is going in the pits as well. Schuler's going to stay out. So Schuler moves up to second position, followed with Bambi coming in the pits as well. So we're going to see, let's take a look on board here in pit strategy here. So Scorpion just got into the pit stall, getting some new tires. Trick is getting into the pit stall. Bambi coming in, so they're all next to each other, all pit stalls next to each other, so we'll see who gets out soon. I'm guessing Scorpion, yep, there goes Scorpion, he gets out of the pits, so Scorpion's going to go into the fourth position out of the pits, and there goes Trick as well, he's out of the pits as well, so he's in fifth, so Bambi goes down to 6. Whitey was down in 6, and he had a few errors, he moved up to 3rd, but we'll see if his pit strategy works out for him. Scorpion is right behind Whitey. Scorpion just got brand new tires and he's still on hards as well. He could be on mediums. I mean, he did start on hards, so it could be a little glitch as I'm viewing this race today. But I'm sure he's on mediums. Sure, the current in a second. We'll see how Fisher takes this one. If he's going to pit this time or if he's going to pit the next time around. We'll keep an eye here on the battle. We got another battle between, I believe it's Trick and Bambi, and it sure is. Bambi is right on Trick's bumper. I believe Trick's on hards. Bambi, I believe, should be on mediums as well. So now Bambi is on the better tires compared to Trick is on the worst tires, and they're both fresh 10, so they're brand new tires on there. As Trick is sliding around the double left-hand bender right here, Bambi's taking a little inside peek on him, but he's going to stick right behind him, maybe make a move on the straightaway here. As we approach the battle, and they're too wide going into the... Oh, Scorpion makes the move on Whitey. So Scorpion moves up to that further position, and Chula just got inside the pits right here. So we'll see if Chula comes out in front of Scorpion and Whitey, but Scorpion and Whitey are making a fast move right there, and Fisher is still on the track, leading the way, so he's definitely trying to make a huge gap before he gets in the pits right here. And and they just dropped Chula's car as Whitey and Scorpion do get around Chula. So Scorpion holds his second position, but Whitey still does not pit, and he's in third position. And there goes Trick and Bambi around Chula as well. So maybe not the best strategy for Chula, as maybe, he lost him some positions, but he does have the better tires. So we'll see if he can make the ground up. We'll keep an eye here on Trick and Bambi battling for that fourth position. As you said, Trick's in his Aston Martin V12, and Bambi's in his Mercedes C63. So I believe Trick does have the better tire or car here, but you never know with tire wear and fuel consumption how that's going to play for a factor. Because I know Bambi is on better tires, so he's trying to be patient, trying to make the smart pass here. Trick gets a little bit wide, but he holds it together right here, approaching the hairpin. Bambi's right on Trick's bumper, trying to find the move, and he looks like he may got a little extra speed out of there when getting into the draft. Approaching the double left-hand bender coming up here at Suzuka GP, a very, very tough corner to not go out of bounds. Oh, there goes Trick a little bit sideways, losing a little bit of grip, and looks like Bambi's going to take a little peek on the inside, but he still sticks right behind Trick. Realized that wasn't the best place to pit. He's right on the bumper. He's going to take a little inside peek by Bambi here. Looks like Fisher just went in the pits. Let's take a... Right after this corner here, we'll take a look here at Fisher and see how this plays out for his car. And Trick is still going to hold the position very, very well. Just wait for the screen to load up, and there it is. They're changing the tires, putting in some fuel in his Maserati. And he comes out of the pit stall. Looks like Scorpion just edges him out, so we'll have to keep an eye here if Fisher can catch up to Scorpion and retain his lead. Whitey comes right behind him. Whitey, I believe, has not pitted yet, unless I am wrong here, but I believe he has. No, he hasn't. So, interesting strategy here by Whitey, and see if he can make it work. We'll definitely keep an eye on Fisher. I know he does have some fresh mediums out here, so definitely an eye to keep out for. Back to the battle here for fourth place between Trick and Bambi. Bambi is just trying to find a place to pass him. So takes a little peek on the inside. He does have the race line approaching this next corner right here. We'll see how this plays out. And Trick does hold him off. But Bambi's still right on the bumper trying to get around him. And that allows Chula to get involved for a little three-car battle for fourth place. Coming out of the hairpin right there, Bambi and Chula and Trick still are all going to be duking it out for that fourth position. Looks like Whitey may lose all three positions once he goes in the pits. But we'll see how that plays out here. Approaching the double left-hand hander right here, Trick holding position very, very well. Let's take a look behind view on Trick's car here, as Bambi is still trying to make his way around here. They're all getting inside Trick's draft, so a lot of speed being carried into this corner here. Approaching the hairpin in the last corner here at Suzuka GP. Julius going to take an inside peek here on Trick, and Bambi holds it off as they approach the finish line of the first corner. So definitely Bambi lost some time to Trick right there because Truler was trying to make the move, and Whitey does go in the pit. So like I said, Whitey loses all his positions, and we'll see if Whitey can climb back into the race here as the race goes on, as we're approaching the halfway marker. Really interesting battle between Truler and Bambi here for the 4th position. Now let's keep an eye on this one now. Trick is definitely being involved as well for that 3rd position. So the top 3 now, we got Scorpion in the lead, Fisher in 2nd, Trick in 3rd, Bambi in 4th, and Truler and Whitey in 5th and 6th to round up the field. And Truler takes a little peek on Bambi, going double wide into the double right-hander to see how this if Bambi's going to hold off position, and it looks like he is going to, but Truler is still right there. As they approach the hairpin corner here, as Truler is right there. Oh, little slide job on Truler to make it work and whatever, because the Mercedes is a very, very tail-happy car, and he makes it work. And Truler is all over Bambi trying to make a move for that 4th position. Truler's going to get inside of Bambi's draft right here and take a little peek on the inside of this fast left-hander, and Bambi does retain the position as he continues to keep going, but Truler's right there trying to make a move going into the final corner right here. They're all breaking time, just looking fine and whatever, and here we go into the finish line, and we'll see if Truler can get inside his draft to make a move into this first corner here. Looks like Bambi is taking the defending position, making sure that Truler does not take inside. But it looks like Truler's taking a little inside move, and some contact was made, and there goes Bambi into the sand, and that spins out Bambi. Looks like Truler might be waiting up. He is waiting up for the position, so he knows that he caused the wreck right there on Bambi. So Bambi gets back on track as soon as possible, and Truler gives Bambi his position back. So Bambi continues to hold his 4th position lead, and Truler is right behind them. We'll see how that battle continues to play out. Taking a look at our leader here, Scorpion, and we're approaching the halfway marker now. He's currently in the lead, but Fisher is starting to make some ground up here. Let's take a look at the split times as Scorpion is losing some time here, but yeah, looks like Fisher does get a new fast lap for the entire grid with a 2:02.473, so a very, very fast lap by Fisher himself. And the gap between the leaders is only about 1.5 seconds here, so we'll have to keep an eye here if Fisher tries to make the move for the lead. It looks like Truler does make a pass on Bambi, so Truler moves up to that 4th position nice and clean. So Bambi is currently down to 5th position, but he's still right there. We'll see if he hangs together, and Bambi takes a little peek on the double left-hander, but he's going to stay right behind Truler and see if he might find another place to pass him. Trick currently running 3rd, so Trick, who ran had a little spin out on the first lap, was all the way down to 7th place when War Machine was involved as well, and he's moved his way up to 3rd, so we're good racing by Trick himself, see if he can make his way back up the grid. Yeah, the gap is definitely closing between Scorpion and Fisher himself for that lead. We'll have to keep an eye on as they approach the S corners around here. We'll take a look at the end of this first sector here on this lap 13 today, and see what the gap is between the two drivers. Oh, little skid mark by Scorpion there, and that's going to lose him some time, definitely. Now Fisher's right on his bumper. Let's see if he can make a move. Like I said, yeah, only 0.1 between the two drivers, so Fisher has definitely climbed his way back up and trying to find the place to pass Scorpion. Now let's take a little inside peek on the hairpin there, but Fisher continues to stick right behind Scorpion. All the drivers continue to be very, very spread out. Let's take a look between these two drivers here, between Fisher and Scorpion here for the lead here. Pushing the exit of the double left-hander right here. Fisher gets inside Scorpion's drafter here as they approach the end of the lap 13 here. Approach the last corner here in the double or in the hairpin right here. Looks like Scorpion is a little bit of a grip as Fisher gets a better run on the corner. He's right on the bumper, and Scorpion decides to go in the pit, so that's Scorpion's second pit stop. We'll have to keep an eye here on Scorpion here now as he approaches the pit stall here. Trick currently in third with Schuler in fourth. It's the next two drivers who could be coming up here on Scorpion, but we'll see how this plays out if they're going to go in the pits as well. There comes Trick. He will take that second position. And Bambi also is pitting. So Scorpion just came out of the pits as Schuler moves up to the third position. Bambi also on the pits now. Whitey could be coming up as well. We'll see if he's going to stay on the track here. So Whitey looks like he's going to move up to the fifth position with Bambi down to sixth in his Mercedes. So pit strategies are definitely coming into play now later in this race now. We'll see how this plays out here. Scorpion comes out of the pits in fourth place. So we'll see if him and his he's on racing medium tires. We'll see if he can manage that way out. Whitey currently in fifth. Look inside the top three now. We got Fisher leading the way with Trick in second, Schuler in third. So Schuler is still trying to make his way up into that top three, and it really will help him in the point standings for this season. Just be keep an eye on Trick here. He's starting to lose some tires on his. I believe he's on racing hards now. Let's see if how it comes out. Whether he's going to take a pit stall here, if he's going to keep going. Schuler is still in third. I believe he might need to take another pit stop soon, and he sure will. Scorpion just got his pit stall last time, so we'll see how that plays out. Fisher still needs to get a pit stop. He's keeping it out there. We'll see how much longer he'll need on it. But yeah, he is on racing medium, so it might be a little bit longer before he needs to go for one last stop. With 20 minutes remaining to the race, should be an interesting finish here. Scorpion is making some ground up on Schuler, and Schuler continues to stay out on the track here. Whitey currently in fifth as well, and he's still out there as well. He does have a little bit one of the better tire wear right now. He did pit much later than the rest of the field. Let's take a look at the time split between all the drivers and see where we stand here. So Fisher has about a 19-second lead over Trick, currently in second place. So just a very commanding lead for Fisher. He's gone. Trick himself, like I said, in second. Schuler currently in third. So well, keep an eye here on Schuler and Scorpion here. Scorpion is approaching him very, very fast. That third position, but Schuler could be going in the pits this lap, maybe next lap. Let's see how his Ford Mustang handles as the race goes on. Scorpion starting to get inside Chuler's draft here for that third position. And Scorpion does make some ground. He takes a little peek on the exit the double left-hander, and there goes Scorpion on the inside. And I believe he does make the clean pass. A really, really good pass by Scorpion there for that third position. Chuler moves down to 4, so definitely it's wearing down for him in his Ford Mustang. That's in the fast left-hander right there into the hairpin for the last corner here. We'll see if Chuler goes in the pits. As well as gotta keep an eye on Trick, and looks like Trick is still gonna stick it out there. He's gonna try to last his race mediums a little bit longer. And Chuler, like I said, he does go on the pits this time. We'll see if Whitey and Bambi can come up on Chuler here for that 4th position. They got the Ford Mustang jacked up, getting some new tires on there, some fuel, and there goes Whitey down to up to the 4th position. Bambi currently just got around Chuler as well, so Bambi moves up to the 5th position. Chuler comes out 6th. So, like I said again, the pit strategy really come in very, very interesting towards the end of the race here. Trick still remains to be in that 2nd position as Trick goes a little bit wide, but he keeps it on track. Gets to keep running. Scorpion is starting to really reel in Trick here as they approach the hairpin corner here at Suzuka GP. Trick's car, it's a slide and burn tire right there. He's down to 4s in the front and 6s in the rear, so he's definitely lost a lot of grip. And his Aston Martin V12 as Scorpion is approaching very, very fast. Scorpion's right behind Trick right there. See if he can make some move on the straightaway here. He does get a little bit of speed. Scorpion takes a little peek on the inside of Trick here in the fast right left-hander coming up here. See if he makes the move. And no, Scorpion's gonna play it safe. He knows that's a very, very dangerous corner to pass, but he's all over Trick's bumper. See if Trick goes on the pits right here and allows Scorpion to make the easy pass here. As they exit the hairpin and approach the final corner, and Trick is gonna stay out. As you can see, Trick's fuel and tire is both really getting down there, so he's gonna try to make a really, really fast run on his last set of tires. Scorpion still running out there with Fisher. I believe he still has not pitted yet. No, he's down to 4s as well. So these drivers are really, really trying to push these tires as much as they can. Looks like Scorpion does get around Trick. So looks like Trick may have lost a little bit of a grip and allowed Scorpion to get around him. So Scorpion retains the 2nd overall position currently in the race today, with 15 minutes remaining. Whitey currently moved up to 4th place with Bambi right behind him, but still making up some ground. I believe, yeah, he's on mediums as well. And 5th and 6th is Chuler. So Chuler's a little bit farther behind, but we'll see if he continues to make his way up. Top 3 currently now is Fisher in the lead, Scorpion in 2nd, and Trick in 3rd place. And outside the top 3 and 4th, we got Whitey, and 5th we got Bambi. And to round up the field in 6th place, we have Chuler. 15 minutes, under 15 minutes now, so should be an interesting as we got some pit strategies could be coming into play shortly here. Whitey has yet to pit again. And I believe Bambi should be going good for a little bit more while before maybe he needs one more stop, but let's see if it works out for him. If Fisher does head into the pits, we'll keep an eye as he approaches his pit stall. And Scorpion is coming around. Bambi does get around Whitey, so it looks like Whitey may have spun out. Or allowed Bambi to get around. Not exactly sure what happened right there, but looks like Bambi does move up to 4th So a very competitive field, and Trek does pit as well. And Scorpion gets around Fisher again, so Fisher gonna have to try to catch up to him again. So if he does that, let's keep an eye here on Trick's car as he does approach his pit stall with Bambi currently in 4th. Let's see if Bambi gets ahead of Trick as they get out of the pit stall here. And there comes Bambi currently in 4th, and he's going to move up to the 3rd, so Bambi gets inside that top 3 today. So it's a very strong performance by that Mercedes getting inside the top 3, and Schuler moves up to 4th. So Trick comes out in 5th, so I believe Schuler, he did pit as well, so Schuler and Trick should be good for the rest of the race. Bambi could, maybe Bambi needs another stop. We'll see if he can make the car last. Whitey has also just got out of pits as well, so fresh tires for Whitey as well, so you see if he can make a strong run towards the end. As the drivers are all pretty much spread it out now, but we'll see how the tire and fuel will work out as the race finishes up here with just a little bit over 10 minutes remaining. It's been a very competitive season by all the drivers this season with Fisher and Scorpion and Bambi and Trick and many other drivers who each and every week they put a lot of time into their cars to make sure that their GT1 cars are working properly for each and every track, and it's good to see a good strong performance by each drivers each week, no matter where they finish, and hopefully they continue to go stronger in the league, continue to go stronger, more drivers show up as we had War Machine, but we got reports that his engine did blow up as he lost control into the first corner, so he should be getting a new engine in War Machine's car, and he should be there next week, so we could get some new drivers next week hopefully, and it'll be definitely some more interesting races, as we got pit strategies coming into play and all the tire strategy and fuel strategy. So as we approach the 10 minutes remaining mark here, Bambi currently is in 3rd place. His tires are starting to kick down there. Keep an eye here on Fisher here, who currently in 2nd place, but he is definitely gaining some ground. Let's take a look at the time splits as we finish that first sector there in lap 19. And he's only about 3 seconds, about 3.5 seconds behind Scorpion, so it's definitely gaining as the first sector time. You can see there between Scorpion and Fisher 56.5 and Fisher's 55.4, so he is definitely catching him very, very fast. Trick is starting to make some little bit of ground on Truly there as if Trick can climb his way inside that top 5. He is currently in 5th place. Bambi making that Mercedes work with those orange wheels, looking very, very pretty today here at Suzuka GP. We'll see if Bambi will have to take another pit stall, and looks like Scorpion does go on the pit, so leader goes on pits here, and that allows Fisher to go by. So it looks like Scorpion needs some new tires, as Fisher might be good for the race, and looks like he will. He's got fresh mediums with 9s with under about 9 minutes remaining, so Fisher could be good for the race, but I'll have to keep an eye on his fuel wear. See if that goes down. See if Bambi makes the move here. Bambi's going to go in the pits as well, so this should be interesting here. Scorpion just came out of the pits here. Let's keep an eye here on Schuler and see if he approaches Scorpion here for the 2nd position, but it looks like, yeah, Scorpion's going to hold up this 2nd position with some new tires. And Schuler does move up to the 3rd position with Trick currently in 4th, and Bambi in 5th. See if Whitey comes up. You know, Whitey can get involved here for that that third and second position up there, but Whitey continues to have his struggles. Looks like Whitey is approaching Bambi here into the first corner, but Bambi is going to hold that fifth position with Whitey right behind him. So Bambi does have fresh mediums on, along with Whitey does have some decently fresh mediums as well, so it should be an interesting battle between the two drivers here. As we look inside this top three now, we got Fisher leading the way with Scorpion currently in second place, and Schuler currently in third. So Trick is coming into Schuler here. Let's see if a move can be made here between the two drivers for the third position, but for now, looks like Schuler is holding them off very, very well. Bambi and Whitey, looks like this is probably the closest battle on the track right now for that fifth position. We'll keep an eye here between Bambi and Whitey. With under 8 minutes remaining, it looks like Bambi looks like him and his team have been having some struggles this week between coming out of the corner. It's not the easiest drive for Bambi himself. Exiting the double left hand right there, Whitey's still right behind him. Truck he does have his eye on Schuler for that third position. The truck really does want to get inside that top three, but Schuler needs himself to get a really good position today to climb himself inside on the standings. Scorpion continues to run in that second position with Fisher just leading the way. A very, very commanding lead here as we look at the live timing here. And it looks like, yeah, Fisher does improve his time to a 2:02.409, so a very, very fast lap by him and his Maserati. And Scorpion isn't far off with a 2:03.102, so another very, very fast lap. And along with the other drivers, all in the 203s, and the worst at a 204.046 by Schuler. It's still a very, very fast lap by himself. As we take a look down here at the grid here, looks like Bambi is making a little bit of a gap on Whitey. Keep an eye on Bambi if he can make his way inside the top four there. Trick is making a little bit of ground up on Schuler, slowly but surely, but Trick is making his way inside that top three. We'll see if he can get closer and closer as the race ends here. So we'll see if Trick has enough time here. Let's take a look at Schuler's Ford Mustang here. Looks like his mediums are losing some grip there in the fronts, definitely. And he is getting a little bit over 25 liters left in that car. So interesting to see if he has enough to finish the race here. Fisher also down on fuel, very, very, just a little bit over 25 liters, so about 26, 27 liters. So it's going to be interesting to see if Fisher has enough to finish off the race here. Let's keep an eye here for the third place between Schuler and Trick here. I believe Trick might have the better tires here as well, because Trick did pit a little bit later, and he sure does. So let's take a little on-board look here from Trick's point of view here as we approach corner line here at Suzuka GP on lap 22 with under 5 minutes remaining here. Schuler went wide just a little bit. It allows Trick to catch him up just a little bit more. As the approach for the S corners are here, Trick making some ground up here on Schuler. As the sunset is definitely coming down to rise here. So it could be playing a factor for the drivers and itself, trying to adjust their the race lanes depending on the track temperature and the track surface itself. As they approach the double right-hander, as Trick is he's right on Schuler's bumper now, so we'll see if Trick can make a move around Schuler for that third position before the time runs out. Oh, there goes Trick on the inside of Chuler. Looks like Trick may have just broke a little bit too late. And that allowed him to make some contact with Chuler, but Trick does give the position back to Chuler, and works out just fine. So good, smart driving by Trick himself to win the position back, but very dangerous situation here at Suzuka GP. Both drivers continue to be right next to each other, battling for that third position. Under 3 minutes remaining, so there was the final call for all the drivers as they heard through the receivers that a little loose there by Trick, and he keeps it on the track, but a very, very scary situation there for Trick and his Aston Martin V12. He does not want that to happen for him and his team here as they approach the final few minutes of today's race here at Suzuka GP. Looks like Fisher might be taking a win here. We'll see here. You never know how the field will work out here. Continue to watch this battle between Trick and Chuler himself. Very, very interesting as they go through the S's. As Trick is gaining on them, so it looks like Trick's V12 is able to go around the corners a little bit faster than Chuler's. Fuel and tire wear is coming into a factor now. We looked at Chuler's tire wear. He's down to 3s on the front, so a very, very tough car for him to handle around the corners when his tires are really going down lower. Back on board with Trick here. Currently running at 4th position, but he's looking to sneak inside that top 3. Chuler goes a little bit wide, that allows Trick to get right on his bumper coming out of the hairpin there. As they approach the double left-hander here, Trick is still trying to make a move around Chuler to get inside that top 3 position, and he does tap him just a little bit until Trick was braking very, very hard trying to avoid that, as they both have very, very hard, not the greatest tires, so they are losing grip. Under a minute left. Let's take a look here. A little bit. Looks like Trick is gonna let off the gas, make sure not to pass Chuler through this fast corner here. It's very, very dangerous. And Trick's gonna take a little peek inside this for the final corner here. Too wide here, but Chuler dives it in deep. That allows Trick to get by Chuler for the 3rd position. So let's see if Chuler does get back on track, nice and safe. And he is down on tires, definitely. So we'll see if Chuler can hold that 4th position. And Bambi is currently in 5th, and he does have quite a bit of ways to go to catch up to Chuler, but you never know with Chuler's tires very, very low. As we approach the final seconds of this race here, Fisher looks like he should have enough fuel, so very, very good fuel strategy by Fisher himself. Currently in the lead and on the final lap. So this is the final lap. So when Fisher crosses the line, the race will be over. So we'll see if he can hold that lead with Scorpion currently in 2nd, but has a way to go to catch up to Fisher, but holding off Truck himself has a very far way from Scorpion as well. But I think the eye to keep on here is Chuler and Bambi and Whitey. See if Chuler can hold off. The driver is coming fast behind Chuler himself, so I see Bambi there. I can tell on the map, Bambi is on the move, trying to catch up to Chuler. Take a look here at the leader approaching the last few corners before the checker flag is out. We'll take a look at that, and then they'll go on the grid. So Fisher started out the day, got himself a pole, and today him and his Maserati team is very, very happy, and he got himself another victory in the GT1 championship. And Scorpion comes into the last corner. Looks like Chuler does lose that position. That allows Bambi to get around him. So It's unfortunate for Trueller and his Mustang and his team today, but he still looks like he could be, he should be finishing inside of that top 5. So still a very, very well-rounded out day for Trueller and his team, and Bambi just moved up to 4th. So very, very impressive. And looks like Trick comes around the finish line as well in 3rd place. Bambi approaching the final few corners, and looks like if he's going to finish in the 4th position. Trueller comes around the final corners in 1, so he used all his tires he could possibly use. A very, very sketchy last lap for Trueller. And Whitey going to round up the field with very, very low fuel, and he's going to finish up the field with the 6th position. War Machine he got a DNF with a. He'll finish up with 7th position since War Machine did not finish today. So that's all there is today for round 4 here at Suzuka GP. Thank you all for tuning in today, and we'll see you all next week here at Indy Road, and that will be round 5 of the GT1 championship. There we go. Thank you all.